Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel God Will Do It For You. My name is Steven. I hope everyone's having a great day so far and Happy New Year. We're in 2025, so we made it. And what we're going to be talking about today is to not look for plan B and to trust God. And why is that? That's because sometimes we are pursuing things in life and we just don't see the results that we're looking for. And we start thinking, you know what, maybe God is not hearing our prayer. Maybe God does not want this for me. I'm not experiencing any roadblocks, but I just don't have a good feeling about this. I might want to start reconsidering going back to my old job, or I might want to reconsider reaching back to this ex that I knew wasn't the best, but at least it's somebody, and I know that she'll take me. At least, I can cut back on this. So you start to settle. You start to settle and you start to not believe. And we're going to go right into this Bible verse in Psalms. Looks like Psalm 56. And we're going to go to verse 3 through 4. And it states, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust. I shall not be afraid." And then it says, "What can flesh do to me?" And so we have to make sure that when we say we trust God, when we go into prayer, and we may have a little anxiety, a little concerns, a little worries, but if you are not getting any roadblocks, sometimes you are just in a waiting phase to where you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Think, David, he was sitting in a cave. Joseph was sitting in a jail. Moses was sitting out there in the desert. Jesus was isolated as well for 40 days. All I'm saying is that before God usually has you walk into your purpose, his will for your life, there is usually a waiting period. And through that waiting period, he is bonding with you. You are turning to him more in prayer. He has you all to himself, where he is developing you spiritually, and he's also changing you. It's hard for a human being to change themselves. That's why it takes God to be in the equation, because God will know how to get rid of those impurities in your heart and in your mind to help you evolve into the person that he knows you to become. There's no need for a plan B. I am so glad that I did not allow the results of my food business allow me to stop it, because now I'm on the cusp of it starting to really take off. But last year, it really didn't do anything. I think the beginning of the year, it was doing good. And then all of a sudden, I met a person. And it just came to a complete halt. Nothing happened for a good 5 months. Think, in 5 months, I could have just been like, you know what, forget this. But I was like, you know what? People keep saying that my food is good. I'm not getting any roadblocks. I just don't have the means to this and that and this and that. And all of a sudden, when I started to believe again, when I started to say, you know what, let me get this done. Now, all of a sudden, the money came in that was needed in order to get the website and in order to get this. And now, opportunities come. Now, connections have came. Now, I'm a part of a group that's like, hey, we're going to help grow that business. I now have a neighbor that's like, hey, I am the facilitator and the coordinator for this company, and we do food events all the time, and we need somebody dedicated to us. Do you want to be that person? So think, if I was not patient and I would have gave up, I would not have the possibility to even take the opportunities that are starting to come. And we're just getting started. And so that's why I'm trying to tell y'all that I've gone through it. I know how it feels if you're sitting there and you're twiddling your thumbs and you're like, this is not me pushing myself to the full capability of what I know I'm able to do. I'm working at this place and my life looks like this when I know I can do more. Like, God, what are you doing with me? He is doing exactly what he knows he is doing. Trust me, I promise you, he already knows what he's doing. He knows how to work with you in your current position, and what you view as mundane and basic and, well, I'm not really learning anything. Believe it or not, even David learned when it was time to fight Goliath that, holy crap, this normal day-to-day that I've been doing has prepared me for the catapult to the next level, to the palace. Because once he defeated Goliath, yes, he was not a king, but then he was given access to the palace. So now he got to see what was to come. It's the same thing with us. God is going to have you in a waiting period just to see what you do, to see how you respond, to see if you give up. But if you do the necessary work, if you do what you're supposed to do, continue your day to day, trust me, it'll all make sense. And it'll start to come together all of a sudden. And then you'll be like, holy crap, I'm prepared for this. And you won't even know how you're prepared for it until you start to really dig deep into the activities that you have to do day to day. Maybe you have to be more organized. Maybe you have to be a certain way in order for your life to function. Usually whatever you have to do is building up skills and the consistency and endurance for what is to come. So that way when it comes, you aren't surprised and totally flabbergasted. So all I'm saying is, there's no need for a plan B. It is all right. Trust in the Lord. I'm telling you, trust in the Lord with all our heart. Lean not on our own understanding. Seek the kingdom of God first, and all things shall be added upon to us. There's a reason why these verses are there, because he knows we get impatient. He knows we grow weary. He knows it. That's why it says, if you do not grow weary, if you wait, you will reap. And so we just have to make sure that we have the right mindset going into this year. There's already a whole bunch of weird stuff happening. But the main thing is for our walk with God, his will for our life, and our task. We need to be diligent, focused, and intentional. Then watch what God does. So I hope this video has been a blessing. If you feel led to like, share, subscribe, definitely do so. This year I plan on really focusing on the type of things that I'm saying to make the content better for you guys. So that way you actually listening to the video and it can start to get spread around a little more, whatever the case may be. But definitely going to be focusing more on exactly what I'm saying and not treating this as a diary, but also just giving you guys the information that I'm utilizing to continue my day-to-day. Because now there's the streamline of videos showing me going through different situations in life last year. You guys see how I had to deal with it. You saw my attitude. You saw that God turned it around and the year ended great. So all I'm saying is that God can do it for you. And so I'm just putting this out there so that way, if you're like, man, you know, I'm going through a situation, and you see one of the video titles that pertain to you, just check it out. Because I'm telling you, a lot of us wish we had somebody to talk to, and God gives us him, but he also gives us the resources of the earth. And there's no reason that I'm putting this out there just to put it out there just for fun. It's to help people. So I hope this has been a blessing. See y'all later. Have a great weekend, and until next time.